Thank you for the opportunity to speak in support of S3670, the Dutch Salmon Greater Gila Wild and Scenic River Act. I know you have 16 bills on the agenda today, so I will be brief. This bill is named for Dutch salmon, a good friend of mine, a writer, a conservation advocate, who began championing the Gila River in the 1980s. After moving to the southwest New Mexico and falling in love with the Gila while hiking and canoeing it from its headwaters to Stafford, Arizona. Dutch was not the only one. The residents of southwest New Mexico and visitors from all around the country and the world love the Gila too. And Senator Heinrich and I have both spent time on the river and in the Gila wilderness, our nation's first wilderness. We've been working on this legislation for 2 years and introduced this bill at the urging of New Mexicans from all walks of life who also value this jewel of the Southwest. Senator Heinrich and I even took the unusual step of posting a discussion draft of the legislation earlier this year, which we revised to reflect community concerns. To those in support of the bill, we thank you. To those who still question the legislation, please know we heard you and made every attempt to address the concerns, all the concerns that we could. The Greater Gila watershed, including the San Francisco River and other main tributaries, comprises the largest remaining network of naturally flowing river segments in the southwestern United States. It provides unique and memorable outdoor experiences for families, spectacular scenery and wildlife habitat, and the foundation of a rural economy that includes farming, grazing, and recreation. Designating the river as wild and scenic will protect abundant cultural resources and the integrity of this important water source and existing traditional uses. To make sure future generations can enjoy the Gila like we and so many generations of New Mexicans have, we must take action to protect it, designating portions of the Gila River and its watershed as wild and scenic will protect one of the nation's most iconic and treasured river systems, as well as support the booming outdoor recreational industry in that part of the state and the agricultural economies that rely on it. Our bill takes pains to preserve both the river itself and existing uses along the river. This is a theme we heard consistently as we worked on the legislation. For the past 2 years, our staffs have met with local officials, soil and water conservation districts, farmers and ranchers, property owners, and folks who just like to spend time on the river. This took them to living rooms, conference rooms, city halls, and the spur-of-the-moment meetings with maps spread out on the tailgates of pickups. This bill provides involuntary condemnation of private property, which has never been a part of the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act, and preserves not only private property rights, but also water rights, existing irrigation and water delivery operations, grazing permits, public lands access, and future restoration projects. Thank you for including this important bill in today's hearing. I look forward to working with you to protect this critical watershed and the people whose lives and livelihoods depend upon it. Thank you so much.